In the 1980s and 90s, Zimbabwe was the richest country in Africa. Due to its dependence on white businesses, primarily agriculture, as well as having 900 million euros in aid sent to them from allies. However, starting in 1994 to 1996, when high unemployment resulted in strikes, this resulted in hyperinflation, where Mugabe printed more money to prevent public outrage. However, in the end, hyperinflation prevented Zimbabweans from obtaining basic necessities, increase in menu costs, and loss of savings. Although these reforms were meant to better the country, they drained funds, which specifically for education caused strikes from teachers and essentially worsened the educational system. This led school attendance severely declining from 94% to 24%. The lack of education and funds towards hospitals led to a widespread AIDS epidemic, with 25% of the population being affected. Additionally, there was the spread of HIV infections and cholera. Currency crash occurred yet again in 1997 when they paid ex-guerrilla soldiers after their struggle during the war. Mugabe's land reform or redistribution of land back to blacks resulted in the country getting even more in debt due to black farmers being inexperienced due to having poor land from the 1930s to the 90s. As a result of the land reform, Zimbabweans robbed and vandalized white farmers' homes, resulting in white farmers who made up one-third of the economy to flee from Zimbabwe. Mugabe's involvement in the Congo Civil War, which he did in an attempt to gain their natural resources, resulted in a 70% increase in inflation. This led to tourism drastically dropping out of the fear of violent government in Zimbabwe, and to the loss of financial aid from allies. By 2002, over 3 million Zimbabweans fled to South Africa as refugees to avoid the violence. In the end, Zimbabwe had the highest inflation in history, and 80% of the population lives in poverty.